Hello everyone and welcome to a video review of the Transformers Prime Cyberverse Legion class Autobot Ratchet, the Tech Specialist. This cool little figure comes with a battle blade, and on the front you have the Autobots illustrated on the left side of the card. On the back you have the obligatory product shots as well as trademark information, and join us online, Transformers.com, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, watch Transformers Prime on the Hub. Here's a close-up of his bio, which you can feel free to pause and read at your leisure. And on the side are his tech specs. Ratchet is the man. And of course, you could cut this card out via the perforations on the side and save it as a file card. Now that we have endured the hardship of looking at the packaging, let's check out the good stuff. Ratchet himself. The Doctor is in the house, and he is arriving styling in his ambulance mode. Again, could use a little bit more paint apps, but not bad. Not bad. Considering that these things are tiny, I really can't complain too much. He does come with the same weapon as Cyberverse Cliffjumper does, and it's the same kind of bendy plastic rubbery thing that Cliffjumper has as well. So it's exactly the same. It plugs onto the top, however mine is really loose. Loose as a goose. That's a screw hole there, so you wouldn't want to put that there anyway, and it's just as loose anyway, even worse. He does have holes on the sides, there and there. You can put one on each side and turn him into a stabulance. Get it? Stabulance? Alright, moving on. Even though I'm not a big fan of the weapon, I do like the figure itself, and I think Hasbro did a nice job designing this figure. He looks nice in his ambulance mode. He's got some decent paint apps, despite missing the Heartbeat logo on the side, but he does have his windows nicely painted, and I like the red and white combination. I'm happy that they painted the front grille and bumper silver, which is a nice touch. The wheels are nice. I'm not a big fan of these holes again. I wish we could do without them, but oh well. The back is a little but what can you do? He does have to transform somehow. And much like Cyberverse Viacon, Ratchet is also a bit of a shell former when you look at his undercarriage. As far as size comparisons go, Ratchet is a little bit on the small side compared to his dead buddy Cliffjumper, an average size Cyberverse Legion figure. And the same is pretty much true when compared to the Viacon figure. Transforming Ratchet is very easy. All you need to do is pull his back end all the way around to form his legs. Turn him around like so. Pull the sides apart, and they will form his arms and hands. And the last part, but not least, the bottom part right here, you're going to push down like so. Do the same thing on the other foot. And there you pretty much have your Cyberverse Ratchet. One thing to note is when you push out his feet, his side panels will be at an angle. I've liked this grumpy bot since the very first episode of Transformers Prime, and I'm very happy to get him in toy form. His articulation is limited because, after all, he is a Cyberverse figure, and he does not quite have the articulation that Cyberverse Cliffjumper has, but that's okay. He does have shoulder articulation, which can go up and down like this, similar to the Viacon figure. Goes out and down, rotates all the way around. He has no elbow articulation. He has no head articulation. No articulation at the waist, but he does have decent hip articulation, out and in, forward and back. Not all the way back, but not too bad. He does have knee articulation, thanks to his transformation, and you can adjust his feet to some degree. Here is a close-up of his face and chest. The details are pretty good, but as I said before, I kind of wish there were a little bit more paint apps on him. Otherwise, I really do like this figure. Compared to Cyberverse Cliffjumper, Ratchet does seem just a little bit too small, but otherwise, his scale isn't too bad. Cyberverse Ratchet can hold his weapon very well. You can also have him hold 2 weapons without any problems, because after all, the Doctor is mad with power. Despite the fact that I don't really care for his weapon, it seems to work better on Ratchet than it does for Cliffjumper. And even though he has some limitations in articulation, he still pulls off a very nice robot form, and you can get him into some nice poses. His alt form is very nicely done. I like the truck mode. It looks good. Again, could use a little more paint apps, but otherwise, a very nice little figure. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.